Hello guys, welcome back to Patrones Mujer. I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to make the model you are seeing in the picture. You can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 15. We have other great content that is to come, so hit that bell and let's get started. We'll take pen and paper to write down the materials. Once we have the pattern resin from the magazine, we cut along the side line that we'll make. These are finished patterns, which means they have 1 cm seam, hems, and cut with notches and grand lines. Okay, this is the piece from the buttonhole we fuse and we press with the iron, and these are the pieces from the front and back, and we overlock the sides and the center front. These are the ruffle pieces from the sleeve, and we overlock with different color, and these are the bias, and we press with the iron in half. We're going to start with the buttonhole of the center front. We fuse the buttonhole and we press with the iron the centimeters inside. Then we're going to place on the center front, and then we're going to take the pieces from the back and face the rights close on the shoulders and the sides. We're going to gather the pieces from the sleeve and the collar. We place the button tape on the center front and we pass a stitch on the edge and the other side of the button tape. These are the shoulders. We overlap first the shoulders separately, and we face the rights and close on the shoulders. Then we're going to gather the ruffle pieces. We pass a stitch along of the piece, and parallel to the first one we pass another one, and then we pull the thread from the spool for get together. We take the piece, the ruffle piece, we place on the around of the ham hole. We have to match the shoulders, and we have to match the notches and spread together around of the handle. And also we are going to place together around of the neckline, so you have to guide by the notch. Also we place the ruffle around of the neckline. Start sewing the ruffle piece. You have to press with our fingers together because we don't want to get the foot entangled. Press with our fingers together, and remember, you have to place the pieces facing up. We're going to place the zipper on the center back, and then we're going to finish closing the center back until the notch. After that, we're going to place the bias around of the neckline. Then we're going to close the sides. Remember, you have to first overlock the sides, but you have to overlock separately the pieces. This is the bias. We place the bias around of the armhole. These are the ruffle pieces. First, we overlock the sides and the bottom of the pieces, and then we're going to gather the top part. After that, we're going to sew the sides of the pieces. Put the main fabric of right side facing up and sewing as close to the tip as possible. We need to position the zipper tip into the groove of the foot. Remember to make sure that you have a little bit room between the seams allowance and where the zipper starts, so that you get any little puckers. Close the center back. Cut the excess of the fabric around of the neckline. To cut ½ centimeter. Fold the bias and pass a stitch on the edge. Now we fold the bias and we place the centimeter inside of the bias and we pass a stitch on the other edge of the bias. So we close the bias like that. Centimeter inside of the bias and pass a stitch on it. This is the side. We face the rights and we close the sides. Placing the bias around of the armhole, we place the bias, we face the rights and we pass a stitch on the bias. Cut the bias and cut the excess of the fabric around of the armhole. You have to cut like a ½ centimeter. Fold the bias and pass a stitch on the edge of the bias. Fold the bias inside of the garment and pass a stitch on the other edge of the bias. Start the pieces from the bottom, face the rights, and we close on the sides. If you have a look, we overlock the sides and the bottom of the pieces. Now we need to gather the ruffle piece, so we pass a stitch along of the piece, and parallel to the first one we make another one, and then we pull the thread from the spool for get together. We need to position the ruffle piece, so with the help of the pattern we make a mark with a pin, and we place the ruffle piece and pin it all around of the t-shirt. Place the other ruffle piece. You have to match the sides and spread the gather around of the t-shirt. Face the rights and sew them all around. Then we have to overlock. This is the other ruffle piece. We face the rights and we pass a stitch all around of the ruffle piece. And we have finished our t-shirt. We place the buttons on the center front. We overlap the seams inside, and this is the invisible zipper. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, click the bell button so you get notified once a new video is uploaded. See you soon. Bye.